You have probably read about Saeed Abedini in the news. He is an American citizen who was visiting Iran, and he was arrested for his Christian faith and activities. I know Saeed. Saeed is my relative. He's married to Naghmeh, my niece, who I led to Christ several years ago. I had a part in training these two for ministry. So I've been praying for Saeed as you have. But you know why persecution in Iran is rising? Why hundreds of Christian leaders have been arrested and many more have been killed the last 2 years? The reason is that Christianity is growing fast in Iran. The government of Iran is reacting to that fast growth of Christianity in underground churches. Operation World Manual has put Iran as the #1 fastest growing evangelical population in the world. So the government is afraid of that growth and is forcing Christians not to gather, is arresting house church leaders and building church leaders so it will stop Christianity. But they cannot. We need to pray for Saeed and other leaders who are under persecution, is standing firm for their faith and continuing to share the gospel. Just last week, a person called our program, and our people said, "Aren't you afraid to call from Iran? You know, your phone may be traced and you may be arrested." You know what he answered? He said, "No, I'm not afraid. It's the government of Iran who is afraid of me and my message. That's why they put us in jail, because they are afraid." I remember I was talking to a group of leaders in Iran, and I asked them, "What do you do when one of you are arrested?" They said it's very hard. It's very dangerous, because if one of us arrested and if he or she opens his mouth or her mouth, we all will be arrested. So what do I do? They all gather every night and they pray. I said, "What do you do every night?" So we take communion. Communion every night? Why? Because they said, because it reminds of what Jesus did for us. And by the way, it reminds us of Jesus taking communion and telling his disciples, "This is the last communion I take with you, and the next one will be in heaven with you." So as we take communion, we remember, even if we get killed tomorrow, we will be with Jesus immediately. Would you pray for the Iranian persecuted Christians? I'm glad that Saeed is the face of persecution in Iran, but there are hundreds more that we need to fast and pray, because they're standing firm for their faith and they're brave. They are my heroes.